Hi, my name is Paolo, and this is part 7 of how I do Salesforce. And in today's video, I want to talk about how I show and hide buttons on my record page. Now, if you haven't guessed it already, we will be using dynamic forms for this because, as I said in my previous videos, I am pretty much using dynamic forms for everything these days. And the reason for that is because it's so quick and easy to do that it just makes sense. So let me show you what I mean. Here we are in Salesforce, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump into an account record again. And then what I need to do after that is, because we want to change these buttons here that you see on the top right, I'm going to click on the cogwheel and click Edit Page. And look how nice, quick, and easy this is. All I need to do is click on the component at the very top of the page, so the highlights panel. Then on the right-hand side, I want to upgrade this to dynamic actions. Look how easy. So I can add a start from scratch if I want to just essentially start with no actions and just start dragging and dropping the actions that I want one by one. Or I can migrate what I already have and then upgrade them into dynamic actions. And so I'm going to migrate, but it's up to you what you do. So again, what I need to do is just select my layout. We did this before when we upgraded the record detail panel. So you select the layout that you want. I'm going to select account layout. And that's it. Nice and easy. We've upgraded it to dynamic actions. Now, if we look through our actions, we have a whole bunch of them. And we can just drag and drop and reorder them in whichever way we like. So usually what I like to do is I scroll all the way up first. And we have a couple of settings here. So we can hide the follow/unfollow button on the desktop only. We can show as collapse if we want to. But most importantly, we can dictate how many action buttons we're actually going to be able to see at any given time without seeing the little drop-down arrow to show you more. And so usually 3 is pretty good. I'm going to change this to 2 just so that I can show you what that looks like. And we can see that we already have a little preview that's updating with us. But essentially what I want to do is you can see the preview is showing new task and new contact. But then if you scroll down the list, the first thing that we see is actually post and then file. So it's a little bit it's a little bit weird, but work with me here. What we want to do is scroll down, and then here we can add an action, and then this will allow us to search for all of the standard actions that already exist in the system. Then after our standard actions, we're going to be able to search for our quick actions, and then we're going to be able to search for our global actions. So this is how powerful this is. So you can just add the action that you want, like for example, send survey, and then on top of that, you can add a visibility to that action. So for example, you could say only show me send survey if the let's say if the type equals a certain value, like customer direct. So you can add all kinds of visibility settings to this as well. It's not just the action itself. But what I really want to do is show you how to essentially reorder this. And it's as simple as just dragging the action you want, like, for example, new contact. You can just drag that to the top and reorder it in whichever way you want. And so if we want to have a new contact action because we're on the account record, and then we also want to have perhaps a new opportunity action, and these are the 2 actions that we want to see, then we can just drag and drop them to the top, hit save. And now let's have a look at what that looks like on the actual record page. So we'll go back to the record page. We can see our 2 actions here in the top right. And then if you click on the drop down, you're going to be able to see all the other actions that we have on that list. So this looks pretty bad because there are quite a lot of actions on there. So we can start tidying this up. And so if you don't want to go through the trouble of tidying it up, then when you're upgrading, don't migrate it, but start from scratch, but it's up to you. So you can just start removing them, and you can see that it shows you what device they're on. So this is desktop, and then if it's on the mobile device, then you have a little mobile icon here. We're not using mobile, so I'm just going to be able to get rid of all of them. And essentially what I want to do is I want to remove all of them. I want to absolutely get rid of them. And I just want to leave the 2 that we made just to show you how simple it is. Now I hit save. And once it's saved, I can go back and it's there. The changes I've made are already on my record. It's so much better. It's so much faster than using the old page layouts where you had to drag and drop things with an old UI and then you hit save and then you go back to the front end and you still can't see your changes because it takes forever to load. Dynamic forms is the way to go. So give it a try and let me know what you think. Hope you find this helpful. Until next time.